Meghan Markle here.
A lot of members of the royal family said it won't last 5 years, so they were washing their mouth of their marriage. No wonder they're upset that they left. Okay, I mean, they kicked them out. Let's listen to that.
Rules about children. It's they're always with the mother, nearly always.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it's not going to happen. So do you remember when 5 years? Everyone when they got married, a lot of members actually of the royal family even said it won't last 5 years. But it has.
It has.
It's
absolutely.
lasted 7.
Yeah. Through a lot of
Rules about.
Okay, explaining again. There's this one here. Let's pause. LOL. Someone tell Matt's son Royal that the podcast is doing okay. And as Ingrid Surratt said, let's pause. Said there are several articles about it. So at Netflix, we'll be happy. 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
kind of we listen to it on high speed, or that we do pay attention to it. We're probably not the target audience. It's the penultimate episode has just occurred this week. Is it succeeding? Enough people watching it? Is it working for Meghan?
So one big question here is, what did she expect it to be? Does she need it to be top 10? It's not top 10. It has, the first episode or two when we were all writing loads of news lines off the back of it, that got into the top 10. It very quickly dropped out.
Okay, something just happened.
It is in the top 100 business podcasts somewhere in the 60s. So it's not hugely well listened to.
But the publicity around it is amazing.
Well, not so much anymore. I think, as I say, the journalists are kind of turning off.
Every day people are writing about it.
There it is.
Out of the news world. And I promise you, and people never stop writing. And I look at it and I think, well, Netflix or the podcast or Meghan must be delighted. She may not have the hits of people watching it, but gosh, she's had some amazing publicity.
So does it serve the purpose that it gives deeper insights into her life rather than this idea of being an entrepreneur? She often throws little nuggets on. I think this week she was talking about how having children was not how she envisioned it. Is that the idea, that she's giving a little glimpse into Montecito?
Yeah, so the comment about the children, where she was saying she thought before she had Archie that she was going to have him on her hip while she was giving speeches as a royal, so she would be going to a royal event and Archie would be with her, which obviously never happened. So that was what she was saying. The life of parenting was not what she envisaged.
But she only had to look at other royal mothers to know that
it's not possible.
It's a no-go.
It's just not
How
possible.
lovely it would be, but it's a no-go. You can't. Have the kid on your hip and be giving speeches in the royal world. You can't in any world, really.
No, but I think the podcast is most interesting when she gives details about her life, certainly to us. But I'm not the founder of a business. Maybe if I was the founder of a business, I would be more interested in that side of things. I think, though, it's quite a niche world. Business podcasts, there are a lot of them. A lot of them are about investing, for the very simple reason that anyone can do it. You have to have some money. Obviously you can't invest if you don't have any money.
These people. Alright, they went on to talk about whale shit and shipping shit being the reason why the worthless whales were named and Times list, when we all know the Royal Foundation paid for that BS. I think I saw something. It's probably on the list. I'm probably gonna do another video. Keep this by itself. But I sort of seen something about that.
I think these shows that she's been doing that are about her shining as a personality are putting too much pressure on her, when actually there's been a big backlash against her. And she needs to start doing things that are inherently interesting, rather than trying to do these shows that are basically pitching her friendships and her relationships with, because all the guests have been her friends. Whereas
very
they've
fair,
been light
Jack.
on interesting friends, this one. Remember, Archetypes had some bigger names, like Paris Hilton and all.
Yeah, had big famous
This
people.
time,
Well, we
it's all
haven't
been
heard of
business
them here,
leaders.
have we, necessarily?
I don't think
Well,
many
you
people
have.
have heard of many.
I don't think
I think
Kitch
you're
is a
being
big
very
brand.
fair. I think you're actually putting across a really good argument for her. Not being
Jack
behind.
always does.
Why do these people feel like they should dictate how Meghan run her business? She's doing just fine, okay? If you feel this is the thing that needs to be done, you go and do it yourself. Meghan is doing just fine with her business. And she knows, like, I think this guy name is Matt, was saying that she knows her niche. She knows who she's doing those things for. She's not doing it for these people, but yet they like a freaking puppy after her when she doesn't care about them. Meghan knows her niche. She's catering to her niche, not to these people, but yet they want to dictate to her how she should run her business. This is what I've said about the royal family. Sometimes they envy people. They like the lifestyle of people. But once they get those people into their circle, they turn them into their mellow, mediocre type of lifestyle. Okay? So if these people feel like Meghan should be doing something else, they should go and do it instead of Meghan dictating those BS to Meghan. My goodness.
Trouble for it. So you mentioned about the businesses there. I think one thing, do you notice this week that the Prince of Wales and the Princess of Wales were named in Time magazine? It's a very influential list. They were
Lord.
innovators of, now this is a difficult word, of philanthropy.
What? What? Now the thing I'm seeing is that GIF I have of Tom Cruise. What? Alright, so what is that here?
Philanthropy. Now, this is, I think, in recognition of all the work they're doing with, William's been doing with homelessness through Homewards. Catherine, I've been to so many events where she's launched something new about Shaping Us or her Royal Foundation. There's so much going on there. They're working with loads of...
So now I see why the squad was saying some stuff about her. Okay, things just disappear after they launch them. You don't hear anything about it. Let me see if I have some of them on the list. Charity, King Charles Charity. No, I don't.
businesses from NatWest to Deloitte to Co-op to the sandwich firm Pret-a-Manger. They're doing lots behind the scene that doesn't really get that much coverage, but they won this. They've been named as innovators and also modernising the way that royals work. This is
What?
probably an award that
This is funny. Modernizing how royal works by doing nothing. Oh my God. They're taking these people for a joke. They are taking the Brits, the citizens, for a joke. I can't believe this. This is what they were saying? Yet, I have on the list here that Harry has been donating to charities in the UK, a country, his country he's not living in. They're preventing him from getting security. But yet, Harry is donating to charity. Are the royal family doing that? Slumlord, their properties, or I don't know how people live there. I've covered sometime last year with mold, the buildings, the properties are messing up. But yet, they say, modernize how the royal family work. I can't believe what I just heard. Let me move it back slightly here.
really get that much coverage, but they won this. They've been named as innovators and also modernising the way that royals work. This is probably an award that Archwell or the Sussexes maybe would have dreamed of.
But the thing about
Harry and Meghan don't care. Okay, they're doing their things their way. Look at this. The other day, I believe they removed themselves from a charity that did something about what the Middle East was doing. People were criticizing them and things like that. They just separate themselves from whatever noise that doesn't align with them. Harry and Meghan will do whatever they want, and if they get recognition for it, guess what? That's great. If they don't, guess what? That's also great. You know what's matter? They're doing their way. They're doing the things that they enjoy doing. This is what matter. And they know who they are catering too, who they are helping. My God. Wow. I'm telling you, wow. This is crazy. If people don't take the time and listen to the full-blown BS these people are spewing, it's unbelievable. They put the other one, they're modernizing how warrior, how warrior works when they done nothing. This is a joke.
Sorry, was it his go?
No, you go for it.
That they're doing, I think, is they're looking long term rather than immediate cheers, you've done this, you've done that. This is long term. So I think that Kate's childhood, the first 5 years, is absolutely brilliant. But it's long term. Earthshot is long term. The homelessness, sadly, is long term. So they're not looking for the immediate.
No, you want the homeless to be very short term. Get people off the street, give them housing and all of that. Well, there she is saying it. They want homelessness to be a long term.
Listen to it on high speed,
It went to the top one. I'm focusing on that. They're telling you they want you to be a homeless long term instead of tackling the thing immediately and stop it. Know the cause, what's the rules of law that they are implementing. Okay, give people proper salary. Look at the US. It's just destruction. Forget about the US. The US is in self-destruction mode right now. But the UK, also self-destruction. It's another version of it that's running in the US right now. But the way the royal family are running, I'm like, if you want to stop homelessness, tackle the situation heads on. They're just putting bandage. I don't even think they're even putting bandages. They're just saying things and make people believe it. And then whether you believe it or not, they don't care. And these people are spreading their nonsense. Modernizing how the warrior works. Meanwhile, they're doing absolutely nothing. All right, let's finish with this crap.
Immediate kick. They're looking sort of forward into the future about what they can do, and I think that's really admirable, which is probably why it doesn't get that much publicity. Because
so there's a long-term strategy.
I can't believe this. Okay, what a bunch of gal. I hope the Sussexes succeed beyond everyone's expectation. They so want them to break up. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so that's oops.
It wasn't the real wedding.
That's the thread. I'm done with it. Let me pause. I might add the charities that I see I put here. Let me see if I could add some stuff here. Otherwise, this will be it. Okay, so this thread was gonna be a video by itself since I did a long list and I had some stuff regarding Harry donating to charities. So I thought I'll put that. And then there's something here that I saw regarding Prince William with the Prince Trust. So I'm gonna put it here since they're saying things about they want to modernize how warrior works. Let's do this. This is the other one here. Alright, so there's this been going around on Twitter. But the couple that's taking money from charities, letting people live in mold, marking patient, and filling their pockets with taxpayers' money is on the list of Time 100 philanthropists. Anyway, so there's that here. This is the thing that this guy was just mentioning on that thread I just shared with you. Alright, but here there's BBC reporting this. Prince Harry gives significant sum to city charity. Okay, that's a screenshot. Okay, in English, you brainwash. What? Harry pay for bettering, also he is a bully. You see, this is the thing. They're trying to say otherwise. Because I've seen a couple things talking about it. Okay, Harry was there in 2024. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. Okay. Expanding disclosure time owners and co-chair Mark Lynn. Okay, have supported the Royal Foundation. So this is where they probably get the recognition, the Royal family. Okay, we are here to throw light into their hidden games. Yeah, they sleep and not blink, but the taxpayers is struggling. Those empty houses should be given to all veterans. They deserve the castle because they fought to protect it. Okay, only by using their connection at times, not on merit. I think they're talking about the royal family, the thing that, okay, only by using their connection at times, not on merit. What a good man. How much is significant? I know, right? Make it make sense. So there's another one about the charity as well. Okay, so this year. Prince Harry gives significant sum to city charity. So that was posted yesterday. Okay, let's pause that. It was who? Okay, BBC News. I'll click on it so you guys could read the article. All right. Oh, it's not that long, so let's read it. A charity in Nottingham says it has received a significant donation from the Duke of Sussex, Hema, which works to tackle racism and poverty in the city, has received undisclosed sum from Prince Harry, which will be used to fund 650 food parcels for vulnerable families. The Duchess of Sussex made £10,000 donation to the charity in 2020. Was it this charity that shut their mouth and then say anything, at the height where the royal rats were on Harry and Meghan's case, and then it was later on they came and said something? Is that the same charity? I might be wrong, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking of that particular charity. All right. Sajid Mohammed, director of the charity, said, quote, "To have been chosen by such a high-profile royal once is amazing, but to have been supported by Prince Harry to left us completely gobsmacked and hugely humbled." Okay. In a letter to the charity, Prince Harry said, quote, "Nottingham holds a special place in my heart, having had the privilege of visiting and supporting the community there for over a decade. The incredible work Hema does to address food insecurity, poverty, and social exclusion should be recognized and applauded." Life-changing. Mr. Mohammed told BBC the letter brought him to tears as the Duke of Sussex had shown genuine compassion and care for the people of Nottingham. He said, quote, "It really touches the trustees, the volunteers, our service users and staff that ordinary people like us are supported by some of the world's most important people." And it continues, "It was a life-changing amount of money to people in the city of Nottingham." The charity, which is based in Gamble Street, said it provided more than 1,300 emergency food parcels every month and served more than 1,200 hot meals from its community hub. Mr. Mohammed said the number of people in need in Nottingham shot up during the pandemic and had gotten worse due to the cost of living crisis. Many of our service users are working people who are struggling to make ends meet and unable to afford the basics like fresh produce, toilet roll, or toothpaste, he added. The director said the donation had also allowed the charity to buy new equipment for its community center, which provides hot meals every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Alright, so this is what Harry's doing. Meanwhile, the other one is saying or modernizing how the royal family works. Okay, back on Twitter, okay? The best one of them all, and this is why the remaining royals are pissed off with him. How dare he continue giving and giving and giving without taking free taxpayers' money, makes them look a bit pointless, really. Alright, literally the best. He doesn't even live in that country and still does what he can do to give back. Harry and Meghan are the only royals I'll ever acknowledge. You mean Harry took some of the money given to his Archwell Foundation? Nah. Unless if these people are planting something. If they keep on mentioning this, unless they are planting on something, these people will be complaining. Let's go to the next tweet that's talking about the charity. Wow. This is very sad. And you see, I'm glad that I read the article because you get to hear what the money did for the charity, how it helped them. Okay, Prince Harry gives significant sum to Sadie charity. Tap the pic to read more. All right. So there's that. Prince Harry is an honorable man with a magnanimous heart and all he does. The only noble man in that family, worthy of being royalty. The rest simply cosplay, giving themselves medals and titles they don't deserve. Okay, good King Harry. There's all of that. The hashtag. Prince Harry, the most respected Windsor. Look at this. He even served in the military to protect the country. They bash him for it. So just think of that. Risk his life for the country. They bash him for it. The most respected Windsors, the only one worthy to be a king. I hope UK Twitter admin will not suspend again my account after this comment supporting Prince Harry. I invite Byline Time for witness. Okay, warrior who actually do something. I love a man that walks his talk. Prince Harry is the only royal with proven transparent record of philanthropy and humanity. No shadows hidden agendas or invisible contracts. Just a genuine heart for bettering our human experience, good King Harry. And the other thing, look at what he did with Santa Bali. Create that. For years, Santa Bali was doing so well, but they undermine him, give one an alphabet letter to destroy the charity. I mean, everything is playing out for everybody to see. It is up to those people to open their eyes, acknowledge reality. Because these people are playing the world, the vast for a fool. Many of us are not getting it. Next one. Okay, I have 2 more after that. There's that. Prince Harry feeding the people of Britain, a country he doesn't live in, but knows how much the people are struggling. You know what that reminds me of? When he was leaving the UK to go meet Meghan and Archie in Canada, where he said, UK is my home. This will never change, and went on and explained.
I must say that I can only imagine what you may have heard or perhaps read over the past few weeks. So I want you to hear the truth from me, as much as I can share, not as a prince or a duke, but as Harry, the same person that many of you have watched grow up over the last 35 years, but now with a clearer perspective. The UK is my home and a place that I love. That will never change. I've grown up feeling supported from so many of you, and I watched as you welcomed Meghan with open arms, as you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
Okay, so he's sticking with his words, because the way that the UK is treating him, majority of us will probably turn our backs and say, F it. But still, he's returning and showing love and support for his people. He even defend them, the UK in general. Okay? Saying the UK is not racist, but the papers are. This type of things. He always stand up for the UK. Despite what the country, the people in power are putting him through. And now I'm seeing more Brits are talking positively in support of him. Alright, so let's continue. Meanwhile, his father and brother are busy taking from charities, as we recently saw in Dispatches. Alright, so let's listen to this. 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
A Nottingham charity which runs a community kitchen says it's humbled to get a donation from Prince Harry. The Duke of Sussex has long connections with Nottingham and has now made what's been described as a significant donation to HIMA, which is based in Hyson Green. The charity works to tackle racism and poverty in the city. Prince Harry told the charity in a letter that Nottingham holds a special place in my heart, having had the privilege of visiting and supporting the community there for over a decade.
I'm a big man, but I cried because he showed genuine compassion and care and connection with the people of this city. He said he understood the struggles that people are going through. He said he understood the struggles the organisation was going through, and he said how valuable the work that this organisation does and how impactful it is to local communities.
Let's find out a bit more about this. Heidi Booth's in our newsroom for us. Heidi, this isn't their first involvement with Nottingham, is it?
That's right. The couple's first public walkabout, which we saw just now, was here in Nottingham, of course, back in 2017, not long after they got engaged. After that, the Prince became involved in youth charity work in the city, particularly with 2 local projects in the inner city areas. He visited the Nottingham Academy and the community recording studio several times, in fact, and seems to be a regular visitor at one point. As far as him is concerned, it was Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, whose donation there first came to light when it emerged she contributed to its work in 2020 with a big donation of £10,000. We don't know how much Prince Harry's donation is, but him says it'll fund 650 food parcels for vulnerable families. The charity says it was amazing to get 1 donation from the Sussexes, but to get 2 has left them feeling, I quote, completely gobsmacked and hugely humbled. Emma.
I bet it did.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, Harry is in the UK now. How is he feeding the people? I mean, come on. We're not living in Stone Age anymore. And why is everyone dressed in winter clothes? My God. These are old clips. And they're talking about the present, but showing old clips. Oh my God, I can't. Good report. Let me just skip the rest and just read the bottom one. Good report. that's that. Now, this is my last one. This has to do with, was it Prince Charles? This is how the UK is modernizing the royal family. I didn't know this was even an option for William. I thought there was no way Charles would give up a successful legacy project like the Prince's Trust to that lazy piece of, there's the word here. I thought Charles deliberately kept it and then changed the name to the King's Trust. I can't imagine he'd ever willingly give up a legacy project to William. So there's that here. Tessa. Is that lady? Sometimes I get her confused because there are times she seems to talk reasonable and there are times I just can't believe what's coming out of her mouth. Okay, so that was May 21st, yesterday, 2025. William turned down taking over the Prince's Trust. Too lazy? Did he end homelessness yet? Did Keane solve the early years yet? What a joke. Alright, so this is how they're modernizing the royal family. So Tessa, I think it's one of the Daily Fells. Let me see. Let me look her up to make sure this is what. Let me type it here. And then I'll come back. If she pops up. There are probably many Tessas. Let me pause. That's the one that I was thinking here. Tessa Dunlop. Okay, this is a different tweet. Tessa Dunlop going in on Piers Morgan over his Harry and Meghan obsession. Alright, 29 seconds. This is all, but just to show you who I thought it was, and it is. That's her.
The reason that I feel keen tonight to hold you to account is that, as we heard in that documentary, you were a big player, a giant mouthpiece for literally stirring, or, if I may, shit-stirring the pot. Ooh, Harry and Meghan are bigger than Kate and William. Ooh, that's going to destabilise things. Ooh, let's just throw in a match and watch it blow up. That's what you did. You're like the kid with his finger in the dye, waiting, wiggling till the flood comes.
Calm down, Tessa.
I'm not...
Okay, so that's her. This is the one that I thought. Okay, she's the one who I assume wrote that. Okay, he's the one who spoke on it. It was never an offer. That's why I figure William probably leaked it and Charles quickly said, F no. Not Camilla's people's burner account spilling tea on William. Charles know William is lazy and useless. He will, I mean, if you think of the horse right next to Charles, to see the amount of money that's coming, nah. She's not gonna let it go. Charles know William is lazy and useless. He willed the Prince's Trust into the ground. It's alleged Prince Harry will have inherited the Prince's Trust instead of Peg's. And do people know about the danger of microplastic being inhaled? Okay, that's something else. I think that's just one made up crap. No way Charles will give up his legacy to him while he is still alive. That's just some comment by no name on social media, not a reputable report. William resigned as chairman of the FA. Football Association, which actually requires work, and become a patron so he can focus on all other things he isn't doing. So he can focus on all other things he isn't doing, not doing. Okay, I don't think it was an option. He didn't trust Peggy not to destroy a successful project he founded. Okay, so that's that, and there's a link about that. So I'm done. I'm over an hour. Should I do a prayer for that? God, please continue protecting Harry and Meghan. May their work be successful, and anything that they touch, make it become successful. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna continue recording because I have more on the list. What am I gonna tackle next? Oops. There's this E. Holmes. There's more tweets about him. Okay. Hopefully oh my God, there's a lot. So let me stop this video so I could start the next one. Thank you for watching.
Kanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.